Okay, so I want to do a little narration on the. I've got on the computer and I saw where California has hit 600,000 cases of coronavirus, and yet this state, is over the top when it comes to wearing masks, shutting stores down, not allowing people to go, anywhere without mask. Uh, and this is it's like this: the coronavirus is a germ, and it will kill you. There's people that say it's a bacteria. We'll find out in time, because I do believe that our government is lying to us and not telling us the full data. Right? I've heard that they say, well, it's killing most people in old people. Well, coming to find out, every year X amount of old people die a year, and this year is no different than years in the past. So the coronavirus is not what's killing these people. Old age is. So, but our government's not telling you that. They're just saying it's killing all these people, and it's these people were going to die anyway. And I'm not making that making that small. What I'm just trying to say is this: if the coronavirus never existed, these people were going to die anyway. And the numbers, if you look at data, and everybody should be about data, not about feelings and this and that. But the point of it is this: look at the data of how many people have died in the United States in the last 10 years every year, and then look at the data now. How many people have passed away this year, or estimated, or whatever? You're going to find out there is no difference, or even major difference at all. You're going to find out that the coronavirus kills people. I think they said the minimum age is like 77 or 78. Well, if you look and see how long they expect people to live, right? Like for Social Security and stuff like that, you're going to find out it's not even that. I think it's 75, I think, or maybe 72. I can't remember, but anyway, just check on it. And that's another thing. Do your own investigation. Check on it. Get your own data, your own statistics. And most people that they got this mindset that I only going to listen to stuff that goes towards my train of thought or my agenda. But have an open mind about it and get the data and figure out what's really going on. But get back to this report from NBC News. Is that they're saying that California has 600,000 cases of coronavirus, and they even say in the report they don't even know how many people that actually has had it and has it now. So what they're saying is it's way more than what's been reported. So if you take that, so if the deaths if you do the numbers, it's a small amount of deaths from the people that's been tested, confirmed. But imagine if they had all the numbers of everyone that's had it and didn't even report it because they didn't even know they had it, because they have a strong immune system. And you're going to find out the number of deaths is so small. And like I said, these people that have died, would most likely be dead. Maybe not today, maybe next year or year after that, whatever. But the point of it is this germ, this coronavirus, is not killing everyone that comes in contact with it. In fact, it's so rare to die from the coronavirus. I think I've had it, right? They haven't checked my antibodies, but I think I had it back in November. So that's before they even announced it. I went to the hospital with exact same symptoms and everything, and they just gave me a Z-Pack, sent me home, and for 2 months it was bad. But the point of it is this: let's watch this news report and see what they say. Sorry for the traffic, but I like sitting on my front porch.
As California becomes the first state in the nation to surpass 600,000 confirmed COVID cases, like every other state, the true number of infections is without a doubt much higher. For months, lines at testing sites across the nation have stretched for blocks, only eclipsed by the even longer wait for results.
I got my test on July 1st, and I didn't get the results until July 21st.
Experts say testing delays in at least 34 states lead to more infections as the sick.
Okay, so one of the big things that they're going to push, now this is the thing, I'm an independent voter, I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat, but this is the thing, I know for a fact that this is what the Democrats are going to be pushing, is that the testing just wasn't up to par. But it goes back to this: you can't expect anyone or any country to be able to test every. I mean, they have to produce these things. If somebody came to you and said, "Look, I want you to uh, cut grass, and I want you to cut a billion acres a day of it," you personally couldn't do it. I mean, it's too much, and yet this is their big complaint. And I will give you this. Uh, I think the government, like I'm a Trump supporter in the sense of this: the man is doing the best he can do, but these news reports, no matter what he does, they're going to find fault. They're going to find some issue. Yes, but this is what they're not telling you. But mostly, I haven't seen this report yet. Uh, but we have tested way more than any other country, and yet this is the thing they're going to run on: is that uh, the testing wasn't fast enough. But this is test. I mean, you can't expect it to be. I don't know what they're expecting.
Unknowingly spread the virus, awaiting their results.
6-7 months into a pandemic, the fact that we can't test people reliably is shameful.
Alarmed by the trend, tonight the American Medical.
Okay, just like this. Who do you blame for this? This is. Is this a new phenomenon that they can't test people, or has this been something that when something comes up? I remember about 5 or 6 years ago when the flu came out, it had a strand that that the flu shot wouldn't even cover. So even if you got the flu shot, which a lot of people that get the flu shot every year get the flu, and the flu kills a lot of people, from kids to old people. But the point of it is everyone doesn't even get a flu shot every year. But they expect them to just come up like that with testing that you can get in 10 seconds. And I mean,
Association is pushing for federal guidelines to fast-track testing. The move to prioritize those with symptoms and known exposure could limit the virus's spread. Tonight, the American Heart Association sounding the alarm, warning that the virus commonly causes heart inflammation and damage and is a contributing factor to 40% of those who die. Amid the race to find a vaccine, government scientists are now working to engineer a strain of the virus.
Okay, so what they're not telling you here is that it causes heart issues. This is what they're saying. Don't know if it's true or not, but this is what they're saying, that the coronavirus causes heart issues. So if you have a heart issue now and you get the coronavirus, yeah, it's going to hurt you.
Virus to be used on volunteers willing to knowingly be infected. A rare step not yet taken as pressure builds to protect the public. Tonight, with signs of progress in some states, there are limited plans to safely reopen movie theaters, bowling alleys, and museums. But it comes amid a warning. For every step forward, the virus threatens to take the country 2 steps back. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
Hey, NBC News fan.
Okay, so that is what they're trying to push here. So let me click the thing back real quick. Okay, so what they're trying to tell you is that, I believe that we should be hurting. And what that means is if I get it, I give it to you. You give it to somebody else. Because it's not going to kill me. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill the next person. But we're going to build up antibodies to it. So if this coronavirus stays around, I think it will. I think it'll be here coronavirus has been here forever. Check that out. I mean, forever it's been here. But the point of it is of course, they're not going to tell you that. This is just a different strand. And they mutate, just like the flu. The flu has different strands every year, right? It's so. But this is the point. They have destroyed, and this is what people don't get. When the truth comes out, because they're not giving you all the data of who it's killing, I see the president get up there and he actually says, "Hey, he gives you way more information than what the other people are giving you." This is not killing everyone. Yes, it's sad for people that it has killed, because it has killed and killed quite a few people, right? But this is the thing. If you watch the news, they have contributed all deaths. If you have coronavirus, it's like this: if you get in a car crash and you get decapitated, and you go in and you have the coronavirus, then they're going to list you as a coronavirus death. I mean, that's just, that's what they're doing. The old funny thing is, the joke is that man goes swimming in the ocean, he gets ate by a great white shark, and they come out and they check him. He has coronavirus. He died of the coronavirus. And they check the shark, and the shark died of the coronavirus because they shot the shark to get the guy out of the shark. You see what I'm saying? Everything's the coronavirus. This is what you die from, coronavirus. So just use your head and really don't get passionate about this. As far as don't put your feelings in it. Look at the data. Who's it's killing? Like if you go look how many kids, if you notice they never tell you how many kids. They say, well, if this thing kills kids, I think it's killed one. Go look at the data. I might be wrong, and especially after you see this, it's a little dated a little bit. Maybe there's 2 kids. Maybe there's 3. I don't know. But go look how many kids that it's killed at each age. 1-year-olds. How many? 2. 2-year-olds. I mean, how many deaths coronavirus killed 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds? See how many. Get the data. You're going to find out that it doesn't kill kids. Now, does kids get it? Yes. Does kids carry it? Yes. They say that it spreads, that kids can't spread it. But that's, they don't know. But they're making this out. They're scaring you. And if you wear a mask, that's their thing. They're not, wearing a mask does help this much. But it hurts you maybe that much. You're breathing in, if you walk around like this, just put your hand over your mouth like this, and I mean, you're not built to breathe that. You take in oxygen and you release, the bad stuff out of your system. When you have your stuff like this, you're breathing that bad stuff constantly. So your body's not made to do that. And yet people, if you look around, everyone's doing it. Use your head. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, but get data. Get to where you know what you truly understand about it and know about it before you make a decision. But don't just go off of what you hear on the news, especially CNN and all them liberal stations. I ain't telling you to go watch Fox because, Fox has an agenda as well. I think they're way more trusted if you look at go look at the data on that. Their ratings are through the roof, and all the other ones are down ridiculous. But the point of it is this. Think about what the agenda that they're trying to tell you. Is this coronavirus as bad as what they're saying? They want this vaccine sold. These companies are not fighting to save lives. They're fighting to make billions and billions of dollars. That's what that's about. They know, especially the first one that can get it out, because that's going to be the one that they buy the most of. So understand that. And I believe they're going to make that vaccine mandatory, where you can't go to Walmart, you can't go to the post office, you can't go anywhere unless you can prove that you have that vaccine. That's what I think. I think that's the goal. Bill Gates and them are all in this, and I would like to think they're into it for the good Lord, and they want to help people on all this. If that's the truth, make the shot free, and not charge the insurance, not charge nothing. That it's zero. No one makes money from this. It's a zero balance. If that happens, and that's about saving lives, then I would have more confidence in it. And that means no one gets paid to make it. No one gets paid for the materials. No one gets paid for nothing. And then I would say I would take it at that point, because I know it's not about the money, and that's what it's about. It's about the money. This whole thing, if you ever noticed, I ain't gonna get into conspiracies, but man, if you just go back in time and you watch how things happen, when they happen, and why they happen, why is it okay that, let me ask you this, if you are okay with people tearing down statues, and it goes back to this, I was taught a long time ago that a flag is just cloth, and a statue is just, brick and mortar, concrete, granite, whatever it's made out of. So it's the point that's whether something's right or if it's wrong. If you're okay with them tearing, burning down the cities, more power to you. That's cool. When they come burn down your house, you should, to make a strong point, you should burn your car, burn your house, just destroy everything you got. Everything you got. Then I'd have more respect out of you. But if you're going out here and you're just tearing up other people's stuff, you're a piece of shit. That's what you are. You're a low grade dung. That's what you are. You should not exist. You shouldn't exist. You're a piece of shit. But if you burn your own stuff and you make that point, you kill your own family, hey, you're a good, I got faith in you. Then you have a right to stand up and say, I believe that in what I'm doing. Because you did it to yourself. You didn't go out and tear other people's stuff up. You didn't go out and kill other people. You didn't go out and do other things. You did it to yourself. And I got respect for that. Anything outside of that, you're a low level piece of shit. So I'm glad you stayed to this. But go and check out the data on the coronavirus. See what ages that it's actually killing and affecting. You're going to find out it's elderly people. And it's like this. I think I had it back in November, right? I'm 53. So, but the point of it is this. Go out and get the data and figure out investigate why this coronavirus happened the way it did and what they were told and everything. Because this is something. You're going to find out that the United States has been looking into this very coronavirus, this very strand of coronavirus, since whenever it was, early 2000s, late, whatever it was. Can't remember the exact date, but the point of it is it was actually here in the United States in a lab, and they knew it was too dangerous because if it did get out, it would cause people to get sick. They didn't know how many people it would kill. They just knew that it was a virus that if it got out, it would do what it's doing now, making people sick. Well, they moved it over to the lab in Wuhan. The United States government moved it over there, and then for some reason, somehow, it got out. So figure that one out. If you can figure that one out, you're ahead of the game. I think I know, and I think you know why it got out when it got out. But the point of it is, it's going to backfire on them. It's going to come out. It's going to come out eventually. Where, why, and how. And when it does, I hope you're on the right side, that you've done your investigation, you thought ahead, you said, is it really this big, massive pandemic that the news is putting out every night? Yep, a lot of people, everybody's going to get it. Everybody's going to get it. How many people do you know that's caught the flu? How many have you caught the flu? I mean, that's really, have you? And the flu kills, 20, 40, 60, 80,000 people a year, on a given years. And see how that works. And see if wearing these masks, we should be down to 0 people with colds this coming year during the flu season and stuff, because everybody's wearing masks right now. I mean, it should be ridiculous low. But, okay. So that's my rant. Watch the news. If you watch CNN, just make sure they tell you the whole story. I tell people, if you watch the news, they tell you a story. They take a little zippet out of the whole story, and they tell you all about that story. 600,000 people, blah 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 blah. But they don't tell you that 599,999 of them are fine. That's what they're not telling you. They're giving you the worst scenario that they can give you. So anyway, with all that said, do your own investigation. God bless you.